Hi, this is Larry London. Welcome to Border Crossings. Today, we are joined by three members of a world-famous club. It's a very exclusive club, but it's a club that we've all known for many, many years. In fact, back in 1955, that's when Walt Disney decided to put on television the Walt Disney Mickey Mouse Club. And we've got with us today three members of today's incarnation of the Mickey Mouse Club, or the Mouseketeers, whichever you prefer. We'd like to welcome to the Voice of America, the Mouseketeers. It's nice to have you guys.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Now, how do you
Great to be here.
call yourselves? What I mean, there was Club Mickey. There's been so many names over the years. What are we with these days? The latest incarnation.
We kind of go with it all. There's Mouseketeers, there's MMC, there's the club. I mean, there's been a lot of incarnations of the show as well, as you know. But yeah, as time's gone on, the name has shortened to MMC. So we kind of go on the hashtag MMC thing. Mm-hmm. But we also are always in the club. Once in the club, always in the club.
Always in the club. Very exclusive club. So tell me, I mean, how did you guys become members of the Mickey Mouse Club?
Wow.
Well,
all of this, yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
Before there was American Idol, Disney actually had the very same formula at play. They would go on national and I guess technically international, if you're going to consider Canada, casting calls where they would go to most of the major markets in the country and have open calls, and then some by appointment, but largely open calls to see who was out there, and they made an effort to kind of get away from New York and Los Angeles so they could go find some of those real kids out there. And I think that's how they stumbled upon the three of us. But I auditioned in Detroit. I think Dale auditioned down in Dallas, and Chase, I believe, got his start out there in Oklahoma. And so all of us, everyone on the show, kind of hails from all across the country, and with a few Canadians in there as well. And that's sort of how it worked.
Now, because the Mickey Mouse Club has gone on hold several times over the course of the year since 1955, when did you guys join the Mickey Mouse Club?
Dale.
Chase was first of us, right?
Yeah, and there was initially a movie out that they were casting for called Why Because We Like, and that was back in '89. And back in '89, most people won't remember, but there was a huge writer's strike in '89, and everything shut down. All of Hollywood shut down. And at the same time, Disney was building this theme park in Florida called MGM Studios, which is now Disney Studios. But they weren't stopping for the writer's strike. They could care less. They were like, no, we're building a theme park. And they had, live studios and real working studios there. And they wanted a live-in set that was always there because the tour would actually come through and watch, people filming. So that's when they were like, you know what, we want to bring the Mickey Mouse Club back. And the casting directors had already started that process of casting for this movie. But since it got canceled, they literally were just taking pictures off the wall and going, all right, well, let's get a start here. Like, we can go with these guys, and then we're going to go back out and cast some more. And they ended up looking at over 100,000 kids for, I think, the 37 that they ended up with. It was nuts. Yeah, it was really wild. And we were extremely lucky to have that experience.
What is the group consisting of these days? How many members are there? Guys, gals, how's it working?
Well, overall, over the 7 seasons that we shot, what our iteration was called the all-new Mickey Mouse Club, right? So from about 89 to about 94-ish, somewhere in there, 7 seasons. And there's a total of 35 Mouseketeers and 3 hosts.
Wow.
And we were coming in and out throughout those 7 seasons. So Chasen was there at the top, season 1. Tony and I started in season 4, and we were there from season 4 through season 7. And then you had people like Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears and those guys. They came in right around season 6 and 7. So we were, coming in and out throughout the whole process.
Because you guys look a little bit mature for the Mickey Mouse Club of old. So maybe, I was thinking, what happens to the Mickey Mouse Club as the years go on? And I know that one of the changes certainly has been the ethnic composition of the group, as we as a society and as a culture have become more sensitive, more, ethnic sensitive. We've had to get a more diverse group of people involved to reflect a different ethnicity, which is what America's all about.
That just shows you how heads up Disney was back then, because now it's kind of a hot topic to be inclusive and diverse. Disney was doing that way before, it was cool to do so. Yeah, and like you said, African Americans came in, I believe, in the 1970 version, and since then in the 90s, we had the whole spectrum. It was, people would say it's like the United Colors of Benetton ad when you just look at us, and we were best of friends. We'd walk through the mall together, we'd hang out after the show, and it was just, it was the greatest experience off camera to grow up in. It was very much a blessing for all of us to kind of inhale that and really learn all those lessons really young and be together like that.
And you're going to do some music for us on the show, I understand? You guys are going to actually perform some stuff?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. What's the first song we're going to hear?
Well, we've got I for the Christmas album, I was able to drum up a little version of Old Lang Syne, which was something that we had looked at as one of the potential contenders for the album, and got that one up our sleeve today.
All right, so here they are, the Mickey Mouse Club, the Mouseketeers, and Old Lang Syne.
Old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot in days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. We try run about the breeze and put the goings fine, but we wandered many a weary foot since old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Surely you'll be your pawnstop, and surely I'll be mine, and we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Woo, wow. Holiday is in the air. Yes, indeed. It's the Mouseketeers here on the Voice of America. That sounded great, Tony. Very nice.
Thanks, man.
Lovely version of that. I assume that's on the new album, that version?
It is. It kind of rounds things out towards the end there, just because I always felt like Old Lang Syne was like a bonus holiday track, after Christmas, because it's like, wait, what else do we have? Oh yeah, New Year's. Here you go. I always enjoyed that one as well, and I enjoyed getting to know all of the various versions of the song and the different dialects that are out there. That one has a bit more of the Gaelic, some of the more traditional lyrics in it that I thought was way more appropriate for the song than a lot of the Western English interpretations.
Yeah. This is a very interesting time for America, for the world, for that matter, with the pandemic going on. And, it's got to be extra difficult to put new music out at this time. And of course, with a holiday theme, that adds another layer to it, because people are, we're all kind of in a different mindset right now for the holidays because of what we've had to face for the last 10, 11 months or so.
Yeah, that was really one of the motivating factors for us to sort of get together and get this record out, just try to bring a little holiday cheer. A lot of people actually aren't going to be able to get with their families this year. And, we're hoping to, bring a little family right to them, So we identified 3 charities that we were passionate about supporting. These are charities that are, really providing COVID relief over the holiday season. Mouseketeers, which helps music people in times of need. The Brave of Heart Fund, that's helping the families of healthcare workers who die fighting COVID-19. So we wanted to really put a spotlight on their work and help them financially. And the Cast Member Pantry, which is part of our Disney family. A lot of those guys are struggling right now. There's a whole lot of furloughs and employees laid off. So we're helping to get those guys groceries and food essentials during these difficult times. So,
well, it's definitely timely. It's appreciated and needed. I mean, when we're dealing with a million worldwide deaths so far from this pandemic, over 1 million. It's just kind of it's devastating. So it's great to have some great holiday music. How did you come up with the songs that you put on this? Because there are hundreds and hundreds of holiday songs.
That's a great question.
Let him answer. No, him.
Yeah. Actually, Tasha, one of our Mouseketeers, Tasha, came up with the idea first off to do this wild idea. So we started diving into the public domains and what's out there and what can we do? What can be licensed? What do we need? What do we need clearance for? And
we need it now.
Yeah, we need it now. And the truth is, nobody actually that I can think of fought over the same song. Once you really get in there, you find that there's actually a lot of songs that no one's really touched. A lot of people just do the same ones, and it's fun to actually see some of those pop up on the album as well. Some odd ones that I had actually never are now some of my favorites.
When the Mickey Mouse Club started, the Mouseketeers all had a certain outfit. They all have the same clothes, the same. I'm hesitant to say uniform, but it was the same clothing. And of course, the mouse ears, which are synonymous with the Disneyland and Mickey Mouse Club. Do you guys wear something similar or no? Because you're all looking.
They tried. They
tried the ears.
They tried real hard. The first season, actually the pilot, they actually had ears on us, and we all had matching outfits. They weren't the same outfits, but they all had kind of rugby-looking shirts, different colors, but a little patch on there and the whole bit. And they did the screen test, and you could just see we were all just like, and it took all the spunky originality out of the kids that were already existing. You know what I mean? So the directors and producers were like, nah, we got to let them be who they are and really accentuate that. And I think that was part of the success because, people still to this day call us and say, I was an introverted kid. I didn't have any friends at school. I was adopted. I might have been the only person of color in my town and bullied, but they could just depend on us every day at 5:30. We'd be there. And there was one of us in that group that they could identify with always, whether it was what they wore, who they were, their religion, what they were going through.
I think the one thing of uniformity that they did maintain that was kind of cool was they swapped out the ears for varsity jackets. So we all had, like on the show, usually at the top of the show, we'd all come out and greet the audience and, welcome to the Mickey Mouse Club kind of thing. And we all had these like really cool, leather sleeved varsity jackets with our name and the patch there, but that replaced the t-shirt with the name or the ears with the embroidered name on it as well. So that was a nice little compromise, I think.
Yeah, we had a pretty big cast reunion where like 20 of us got together last year at Disney World, and we produced it with Disney World, and Magic Kingdom threw us a parade. So when we're backstage getting ready for the parade and everything, one of the cast members working the parade comes out with a pile of the ears and starts handing them out, right? And I just remember looking at the other Mouseketeers, sort of looking at me, Dale, are we gonna have to wear these ears for the parade?
What did you
So
get us into?
I go over to the cast member and I said, I don't know if you know, but on our iteration of the show, we didn't wear the ears. She said, oh, we know, but we'd love for you to just to sort of, have it if you want it. And all of the girls pretty much wore the ears. I had mine on for half the tour, half of the parade, and everybody sort of started getting into it. And we're going through the parade, fireworks are going off, and we're rocking our ears and taking pictures. And just it felt right, sort of bridging the original 50s with what we're doing now. And it was great.
You're talking with the Mickey Mouseketeers, the Mickey Mouse Club members who the Mouse Club began in 55, but we've got the latest version from television and, of course, now from their new holiday album. They're with us, and if you guys wouldn't mind doing another song, we'd love to hear some more holiday music from the Mouseketeers.
Absolutely. I think we're going to kick it over to Rona. She's going to do "Oh Come All Ye Faithful."
All right, here are the Mouseketeers on Border Crossings. That's a beautiful Christmas song. What does Christmas mean to you guys? I mean, especially now with what we're facing. What are you guys going to be doing over the holiday season?
Wow, that's a great
Well,
question. Yeah.
I had just gotten off with my parents, and we sort of, they live in Dallas, which is where I grew up, and I'm out here in LA. And we literally just decided yesterday that we're not going to get together for the holiday. My father's, getting up there in age, and the health. He could be susceptible, to. I think he's at risk, with COVID. So we just sort of decided to, keep it separate for the holidays. So it's a bit of a bummer, but we're going to be doing some video chatting and a lot of phone calls.
How about you guys?
I'm just happy to have my beautiful children here. They keep my spirits up. They don't really know what's going on. I got a 2.5-year-old and a 4-year-old, and we had to pull the 4-year-old out of her first year in preschool this year, so that was sad. But yet she doesn't really know what she's missing, so that's the good news. But I can't imagine how many other parents are having to go through that. I know Tony is up there, but it's a tragedy. But just trying to keep our gratitude high and like I said, our fan base is really incredible. We have such a great relationship with our fan bases. Our fans have motivated and kept us up there, even in times of doubt. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I same thing. Basically gonna stay put this year for Christmas. My folks moved down here to Nashville a few years ago, and they have plans of moving away in the spring, so moving maybe back up to Michigan, where I'm originally from, and so this may be all of our last year in Nashville together. So we're gonna actually get to spend it with them. But yeah, we just got our tree last night actually, and we're gonna decorate it today, I think, and get some Christmas tunes kicking and just savor it, as a family. Yeah, we've made it through this whole pandemic, just the four of us kind of here hunkered down at home, and we've been kind of looking forward to just taking a few days off and just relaxing here, the four of us, watching movies, playing board games, and just celebrating this weird accomplishment of muscling through an otherwise impossible year.
And the holiday album, what's the official title of the holiday album?
Why? Because it's Christmas.
I love it. I love it. Would you do another song for us?
Of course.
Okay. What do you guys in the mood for this last song?
All right. Well, this last one is this is old school. This is like we used to do on the Mickey Mouse Club. We used to do group songs with all of us together. So this is all 17 of the album artists on one music video jam. The song is Go Tell It on the Mountain, produced by Tony Luca.
I hate to be cliche, but as we split now, can you guys, I don't know if you're able to do this. I think that Tony sees what's coming. Can you do the M-I-C-K? Can you do that for me? One more time.
Time to say goodbye. Actually, let's cue the verb. Let's get some verb on here. To all our company. M-I-C.
See you real
See
soon.
you real soon.
K-Y. Why?
Because it's Christmas. M-O-U-S-E.
Woo! Thank you guys, the Mickey Mouseketeers. We appreciate you joining us on the Voice of America. My name is Larry London. Happy holidays, and thanks for watching Border Crossings.